River rats, anytime I go kayak fishing, I feel like the back of my truck looks like the Clampets are going kayak fishing. Okay, I'm not old enough to watch the Beverly Hillbillies really, but I've heard references and it sounded appropriate. But we're gonna go actually sit in the kayak after dark and try to catch a big ugly fish. Okay, let's go. Oh, it'll be great. Hopefully, we're gonna have a jet boat to be running in next year. Called the guy, he's pricing it out for me. 2072 150 horse tiller. Probably gain a bunch of weight because I won't be doing this. Made it to the water. I'm curious how deep this stuff up here is. We are on the water. I'm prospecting, looking for contours in deeper areas, and based on that, I'll decide where I want to put my baits anyway. That's interesting. Used to be in a very, very, very impressive hole right here. It appears it's gone. That's the fun part about the river. It never stays the same. Oh, we're gonna get ran over. Get out of the way. Jealous of that little jet boat. You can do some damage with that thing. I think I left the scuppers out. This doesn't look like I imagined. And we are in 6 inches of water, maybe. I'm dragging bottom. Oh, there's a drop off.
I was gonna say, I see the sand.
A lot of depth, no. A little depth, yes. I'll poke around in here a smidge, and I want to go around. You can see where it drops off that point. There might be more depth back there. I don't mind this, bud. Dibs on that spot. Well, you got two. You have like an A spot and a 1A. It's not even like a B spot. But that's the A. But it all just depends on who's hungry. I'm gonna sit here and throw into that. Alrighty, me and old Ryan are set up and ready to fish. I got me a nice little root wad right here, and he's got a nice little root wad right in front of him. Some of the deeper water that you'll run across in the river when it's this level anyway. It's just not complex, you know. It's pretty singular, but honestly, dude, this time of year, that don't bother me. I got the short rod in commemoration of Josh. I got this reel I'm fixing for him. It's kind of fixed, kind of not, but it's good enough where you can fish with it, so I'm going to fish with it. And dedicate any catches off of this reel to Ryan. Yes. Is it weird that a kayak guy enjoys the sound of a wound-up two-stroke? I also enjoy the smell of two-stroke engine oil. It don't matter what hook you use, it's good to keep them sharp. These come chemically sharpened, but you know, after you beat them around in a log jam for 2 weeks, they lose a little bit of their point. That's one perk of the kayak thing, is because you don't lose as many rigs. You can get right on top of it and kind of, you know, shake it out of there. And then if you used a fixed sinker instead of a sliding one, you know, it helps get that hook off. So that's handy. Today's hot tip. That will work. Oh, yep, that's what I want him to do for the next, I don't know, till he gets eaten. Ah, way deeper there. I'm gonna have to move that other one. Get slurped. Please. Before it gets too late, we're gonna mess with Denny. He's on a podcast this evening. So I'm gonna have to mess with him a little bit. There it is, 21 watching. Are you already on, Ryan? Might not have enough interweb. The downfall of fishing in the middle of nowhere. Well, Denny's late to his own podcast, and it keeps cutting in and out, so I'm kind of over that. But I gotta pee, and then we're gonna get set up for the evening. I think I know right where, but I'm going to get bundled up. Because it's not exactly balmy. Starting to feel a lot like Iowa. I didn't even know what was happening.
Teener.
What?
Teener.
Oh, flathead? Oh. Hey, Ryan has a flathead.
I do.
I didn't even hear a clicker.
I don't have my clicker set.
Oh. That's why I didn't hear one. That's a flathead.
It is.
Hold them up, high and proud. Let me wipe the lens off. See if that makes a difference. Makes no difference.
No difference at all.
But it's a flathead. Here, turn them around towards me. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Ryan has a flathead. There's flatheads in this video. I'm
That's
debating.
the first of many.
I'm debating if I want to tell you to let him go or not.
How about I hand him to you and you decide?
It's a long ways.
You want me to throw him?
I don't. I'm gonna throw you the stringer, you put him on the stringer, and then hold the fish and throw me the stringer and don't give it until I have the stringer.
Or I could just tie it off my kayak till we're ready to go.
God, that makes so much sense. Alright, we have a fish caught. It's great.
Fish on.
Fish on. You sound like Jeremy Wade. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. How just unstoppable. Seriously.
That's a good problem to have, buddy.
Stay. Get out of it.
How about giving your other two rods and go after it?
Holy
If
cow.
he's that big, he's worth it, buddy.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's still on
You want me to reel these in, or just...
it. No, he's on the left side of that other snag.
Alright. Go get him.
I don't
Do you need light?
even know if he's still on. He might have just buried me in it.
You need light? You good?
I'm not great, but it's whatever right now. Oh, there's that log.
Oh, he ran straight across.
Yeah, he was unstoppable, dude. There's no way on God's green earth he is still on it. Just give me my rig back so I can know. Get out of there, seriously. How hard do I have to beat up this log jam to get my rig? The downfall of having a rig with two freaking hooks on it right here. But you play with fire. That was a 50, bud. But just the weight when I set the hook. That's what 50s feel. The 50s feel like they're snagged when you set the hook. It's done. Done with it. Ain't there. So, I don't know how this video turned out, but essentially what just happened was I hooked one of the biggest fish I've hooked all year, and I was asleep when he bit, and I just ran into a tree in the dark, but I don't care. And I can't say anything because of this light. Still don't care because I just lost one of the biggest fish I've hooked all year. And that's what happened. Was he really unstoppable? I don't know. I was asleep when he bit, and had I had a clear mind, maybe things would have turned out differently, but that wasn't the case. So I'm going to lick my wounds, and I'm going to clean the flathead that Ryan caught, and we're going to And the lights out.
And the lights out.
Hey, Woody. How you feeling, bud? Oh, yeah? Feeling pretty good, huh? River rats, it's the next day and I'm a little wore out. I think I get more sleep when I just stay out there than when I come home. So which is probably why I try to stay out there if I can. Plus you get more fishing time. But anyway, low sleep equals me saying dumber things than I normally do, which is pretty impressive. I hooked the biggest fish I've hooked this year. It was just sheer power and unstoppable, and took me right into some brush, never to be seen again. So I'm a little bummed about that because the one that got away story seems to be a recurring theme lately. But one didn't get away, and I'm going to eat him because I want revenge. And he's going on the grill. You don't need a whole lot to grill a fish. I got a little dirt on there, but I feel like that'll bolster my immune system, which can't be that bad of a thing. You got to brush some oil on. You don't have to, but it helps. I don't have a brush, so I just use my fingers. Just coat her up. Same with this one. I got a fillet here, and then a good old belly meat chunk. Whatever I don't eat is going to be delicious leftovers. Flip it over. And that might be a little excessive, but no stick is good. So you really only need three things. You need fish, you need oil, and you need your seasoning of choice, which at the moment I'm feeling some Tony C's. I like Old Bay, but I don't remember where I put it. And seriously, if you just fry your flathead, you're missing out. I probably should trim the red meat off of that fillet, but I'm a straightforward man with simple tastes, and you know what? I don't like wasting meat, and I actually appreciate that stronger flavor a little bit. The other thing you got to do is make sure your grill's hot. So my grill's rolling, they're oiled, seasoned, and I'm going to let that get real hot, and then I'm going to throw them on. Then I'm going to eat them. It's going to be awesome. Ooh, she's toasty, which is exactly what you want. I don't promise very many things, but I promise this will not suck. Oh, I love that sound. Despite my affiliation as being considered the Rachel Ray of the river, I know a lot more about fishing than I do about cooking, and I don't know that much about fishing, so that tells you how much I know about cooking. But I do know when it comes to grilling flatheads, less is more, and just let them do their thing. If you wanted to cook it perfect, you would make sure it's all the same width, but I ain't that sophisticated. We'll make it work. It's gonna get ate. Any real chef would have a spatula for this, but I can't find mine, so here we are. I haven't figured out how to reduce that curl. I'm sure maybe you'd make a cut there and that'd stop it, but they seem to cook all right either way. Oh, that looks good. They both look good. They call that freshwater scallops or lobster. I just call it delicious. But I love how it stays together like that. It's almost chickeny. I was going to eat outside, but it appears to be raining. But those also appear to be done. So I think I'm going to head inside. I got a sweet tater that's going to complement them real nice. If you're wondering why those are in pieces, it's because I cut into it to make sure it was done. And it is done now. Oh, I forgot hot sauce. So, what we have here, we got a little belly meat, a little filet meat, a sweet potato with some butter on it, and a little bit more Tony C's because I feel like it complements it pretty well. I like to treat my sweet potato like a regular potato, and I feel like it's treated me pretty well. It's little things, like the realization that I actually have hair. It seems to be bizarre to people. I don't think that's going to suck. Fried fish is good, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, it's really good to mix it up with grilling every once in a while. I mean, it's a healthier option, but in reality, it's delicious, especially if you eat the right kind of fish. I mean, flathead, good grilled, walleye's pretty good grilled, and then salmon, obviously, and any saltwater fish. But if I was going to grill any freshwater fish, It'd be Flathead or it'd be walleye. Those are my two favorites. When I'm done eating, I'm going to do a little bit of reading. Got this book. It's called The Gulf, The Making of American Sea. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. A subscriber was super nice and then sent me credit to Barnes & Noble to purchase this, and I really appreciate it. I really do. I can read, contrary to popular belief, and I enjoy reading and I enjoy learning things, and this is about the history of the Gulf of Mexico, which, you know, honestly plays a big part in my life because I used to spend my summers down in the Gulf of Mexico fishing for redfish and tarpon, not successfully on the tarpon, and sharks. I spent a lot of time fishing for sharks. Anyway, so it's super, super nice of him. So I'm going to eat this, I'm going to read some, and then I'm going to go flathead fishing. And life's is going from good to amazing. So I can't complain. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really do. And if you liked it, hit the like button if you want to see more. Hit the subscribe button. And, you know, most importantly, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It really does mean a lot. You know, it's the little things. And I appreciate all those little things. So, thanks again. Hope you catch you guys.